It was a busy show with a lot to check and move over. As expected, a lot of news came up. Since you know that news sites report their stories at certain times of the day, on time, and with all the right information, when better to start spreading all this cryptocurrency news than when the markets are going crazy. We're talking about Donald Trump and the group that helps him make decisions. If the SEC is moving towards Solana, what should happen? What is Goldman Sachs doing with the acceptance of ETFs? We can also look at how much all coins are worth on the market. Then don't worry about it, just sit back and relax. One of my 20x diamonds works great. Let's start with a Bitcoin deal that's worth it. Ethereum is up 8% in value over the last day from $187,311 to $3,337. Right now it's up 2.94% and the dollar pegs for USDT and USDC are right where we need them to be. XRP is worth about $48 on average. It is facing the speed of resistance. That's between $50 and $75. As 88 keeps going up and down, all eyes are on XRP as it tries to break through the psychological $1 limit. Not too long ago. I sent out this tweet to say hello to the crypto world. It is the bull cycle that sets off the hyper gear fading outs. Believe it or not, when you haven't hit a record high in 7 years, you start to feel crazy as jumps and crazy as resistance levels. This is what takes place while the next RP fights every other war. Besides that, we're going to add another 75 cents, which became a big bother. The mental block didn't seem like a big problem or a bother, which is good news and a good sign. On the other hand, we should now beat this 150 to 175 because we can really look forward to the $2 bill that breaks records in 2020. Make sure you follow Michael, who put out this important news. It is expected that Donald Trump's cryptocurrency advisory group will set up the planned U.S. Bitcoin strategic reserve. How interesting that, in a mild way, Donald Trump promised the U.S. that he would run a crypto-friendly government. This article says that Trump's crypto advisory group is likely to make good on its promise of a Bitcoin reserve. Well-known digital asset groups, such as Ripple, Coinbase, and of course Kraken Circle, are competing for a spot on a planned advisory board that will help make Bitcoin rules. These groups will be present at a Bitcoin convention in Nashville in July. According to industry information, Trump found plans to set up the council as part of his promise to help blockchain innovation. To help us protect our crypto assets, the advisory group is likely to ask Congress to make rules about Trump's plan to change Bitcoin reserves and work with government agencies like the Treasury, the SEC, and the CFTC as they should have done with everyone else. Gary Gensler is not quitting at the end. The wheels have been turning. I don't know what you're doing if you're not getting any news from cryptominute.com, which started this. Take a break from going to 20 different websites to find news. The Crypto Minute usually spreads all the news about cryptocurrencies. This story was just posted the day before. The SEC is working to accept the Solana ETF for experienced crypto ships. According to the file, talks are currently going on between SEC staff and issuers who want to launch a Solana spot ETF. The SEC is also working on the S1 application at the time. The new pro-crypto government and the current state of the workforce are making people want a Solana ETF again. They think that it might be possible someday in 2025. I already called this, but I'll name you again in 2025. Institutional capital can be put into both Solana and XRP, so there will definitely be an ETF that pools the two. When Bitcoin first crashed, we saw what institutional money did to it. At that time, it was at its highest level ever, and we bought Bitcoin exchange traded funds, ETFs. We shouldn't look at how the same large-scale price range flows into XRP and Solana. When it comes to big money, there are a lot of chances. They're not just showing up with hundreds of thousands of dollars, they're also bringing millions of dollars with them. They bring billions of coins with them so they can be a part of this business. Cryptocurrencies are getting more and more famous. These genies can't be found and put back in the bottle. That's how simple it is so far. We are currently at $3,300,000,000.00 and will soon reach 71000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000000 Bitcoin could be the big winners. According to Goldman Sachs, the new company will help institutional clients by letting them use blockchain technology to handle transactions involving standard assets like cash and bonds. It will also be able to help private digital asset markets. Now pay attention to what they might be doing. They are starting new groups with the main people who are interested in cryptocurrencies. When we first came to these areas in 2017, we wanted a plan like this. We had this exact plan in mind. I'm sorry. In 2017, I began trading in cryptocurrency. I thought that if I was even slightly right, cryptocurrency would become widely used. I planned to pick the right assets at that time that I thought would be important to the end once I got into a strong position. The big players in the market could come in and start buying the assets I had invested in. This is happening and I'm going to get rich quick. I can say that I beat the banks in the market because banks are now starting to invest in the money that I put my coin into. This is what we call prevailing humans look at how the market capitalization of XRP has changed over its whole retracement. As you can see, this is how much XRP is worth on the whole Bitcoin market. Please remember that when we reach $7 trillion, as I have asked, there could be a 6% XRP average market cap control. In 2017, this 6% was found. 6% has been seen in 2020. XRP could be at least $6 if we get a 6% this time. This doesn't take into account any hyperbolic blow-off peaks or other things that might happen with the price of XRP. So I said that breaking above the double-digit range for XRP is now a goal that can be reached in 2025. Hello Velo, my cute little 20x gem, you know what? QR bills are expected to be commonly used by 2030. Since years ago, it has been thought that the market will hit $35 billion. It was $8 billion, they think will reach $35 billion in 5 years. And Velo is in a good position to help us get there. Velo is currently making a quality push upward right now, which is why reaching 0.16 on this part isn't even close to being achieved. Once I called it around a dime, we talk for 20 cents. We start looking at and keeping an eye on the charts, and then we just let it run its course with 20 cents. First, we'll look at the map that shows the 30 to 50 cent range. We start to get to our starting point. It's definitely early, and remember that Sean McRae said something started cooking. Two things are likely to happen, a merger or a buyout. This will happen in the past because I don't understand how Ripple will be involved. I'm looking forward to this. I'm pretty sure Sean still has a lot of contacts at Ripple, so I think he's waiting for something to happen. I know I quit my job 10 years ago, but I still know some of the employees at the company. They haven't worked for him in a few years, but they've had a lot of personal conversations over the past 6 or 7 months. I used to spend $800 a week on time, but I was able to lower my dollar value average by about $72 to $74.50 right now. I'm more than my dollar price. I no longer buy coins because I turn them right into a row. A road drone and a warning quad are useless. There are people who say that nothing will change, but I think they are wrong, and I think it will feed $1,000. A head of relationships, a head of sales, and a prime business officer are the 4 top jobs that need to be filled right now. What about the new MasterCard board member you think quants gave away? Since a business that has closed down no longer hires quants, they are being fired by using a dying company. Quants are going to become very popular very soon. Because of this, you don't save any money. You are going to kick yourself in the butt when it costs $50.